off to run some errands. Please tidy up this place.
No!
Wow! How did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner, it works.
Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current.
First, scan the QR code to download the app. The B-Box app works on both Android and Apple platforms. Next, log into the website portal and set up an account. All customers with an existing Benny's account, whether personal or business, will be automatically enrolled in B-Box. If you do not already have a Benny's account, tap the sign up link to register. A welcome email and a temporary password will be sent to you. Once you're all set up, shop at Benny's locations near you to start building your B-Box rewards. To learn more, visit our website at www.bbox.bz. Remember, loyalty is always rewarding with B-Box. Brought to you by Benny's, quality and savings.
Looking good, Mom.
Hey guys! I'm off to run some errands. Please tidy up this place.
No!
Wow! How did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner, it works.
Platforms. Next, log into the website portal and set up an account. All customers with an existing Benny's account, whether personal or business, will be automatically enrolled in B-Box. If you do not already have a Benny's account, tap the sign up link.
In the headlines for tonight's newscast, Belize launches Blue Carbon Initiative to protect marine ecosystems and empower communities. Belize launches third nationally determined contribution and NDC 3.0. Spirit Airlines launching new flight route to Belize, and fashion illustration class takes place in Belmopan. These stories and others coming up next on Plus News. Stay tuned.
This cast is brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
Belize City, get ready for a safe and reliable e-taxi experience like never before. Building on the success of our e-ride bus service, we've heard your feedback, Belize City. We've seen your enthusiasm and how eagerly you've embraced zero-emission transportation in our community. Introducing the e-ride taxi, an electric taxi service, bringing you a cleaner, greener way to travel around our beautiful city. As part of the transformative Belize City E-Ride program, this new service is another step toward modernizing our transportation system for a sustainable future. Looking to book your first E-Ride taxi? It's super easy. First, download the Medriva app and register. Then, book your ride. Insert your pickup and drop-off location. Select E-Ride, choose the number of occupants, and pick your preferred payment method. Confirm your ride and track your E-Ride in real time as it makes its way to you. It's fast, eco-friendly, and designed for your comfort. So don't wait. Download Medriva today and let's drive Belize City towards a brighter, greener future, one E-Ride at a time. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
First, scan the QR code to download the app. The BBox app works on both Android and Apple platforms. Next, log into the website portal and set up an account. All customers with an existing Benny's account, whether personal or business, will be automatically enrolled in BBox. If you do not already have a Benny's account, tap the sign up link to register. A welcome email and a temporary password will be sent to you. Once you're all set up, shop at Benny's locations near you to start building your BBox rewards. To learn more, visit our website at www.bbox.bz. Remember, loyalty is always rewarding with BBox. Brought to you by Benny's, quality and savings.
Belize City.
Good night and welcome to Plus News for Tuesday, August 5th, 2025. I am Julian Cruz. The government of Belize alongside Brightwater is launching a blue carbon pilot project that aims to create high-quality blue carbon credits. The major environmental project seeks to protect Belize's marine ecosystems while also tackling climate change and generating new investment opportunities under the project. The government will also seek to protect and restore mangroves and seagrasses, store carbon to reduce climate change, support local communities and sustainable jobs, protect biodiversities, and maintain cultural and ecological heritage. The Minister of Sustainable Development, Honorable Orlando Habed, told us more about the project.
This should be some investment as a pilot project to see how we can do that conservation within the marine area, looking at maybe seagrass and mangroves to see how we can get to obtain some fundings by sales of carbon. So it's going to be a sort of a private project as a pilot to bring in some funding for marine conservation. We think that whilst we already have now an agreement or sort of a cabinet approval for the carbon/climate change bill, which now has to go to the House for approval, there will be some projects that will be developed independently, both in the marine area and also in the terrestrial area, that we might have to push maybe even before the bill is actually put in place. It has happened before in the terrestrial area especially. We have something that's almost similar with the Blue Bond, so I think it is good for us. We from the ministry are looking at trying to get the bill passed as early as possible so that then various groups, individuals can come up with carbon projects that they can put out for sale and get in some funding. I also think that where we have some opportunities will be in the agriculture sector, and so we are making sure that the bill is framed in such a way that not only large landowners or large companies can come up with carbon projects, but that small people, small farmers can come up with small projects, and so that then we can look at it from that standpoint, because it brings in funding for adaptation and resilience building against climate change.
Last week, the government of Belize announced that they had officially launched the country's nationally determined contribution, the NDC 3.0. The country's updated nationally determined contribution, developed through a broad stakeholder process, sets more ambitious emissions reduction targets in the energy, waste, and agriculture, forestry, and other land use sectors. The 5 key outcomes of Belize's NDC includes increasing agriculture, forestry, and other land uses, AFOLU-related greenhouse gases, which is GHGs, removals of 63%, targeting 75% renewable energy in electricity generation by 2030, building resilience in key sectors, and setting targets for land use, agriculture, energy, waste, and coastal adaptation, broadening stakeholder engagement and detailed implementation plans, and outlining financial strategies and monitoring mechanisms. Here's more on that.
That is very important for Belize because it is our commitment to climate action. Every time we have an NDC, which is every 5 years, the global community asks for more ambitious NDCs, which means to say that we have to conserve or we have to work on climate action that is more than what we did in the previous one. This one is a little bit more than the 2021 NDC, but the implementation is always the challenge. So I was telling my team that whilst there was a gap for NDC 2.0, there might be a larger gap for NDC 3.0. But I think with the collaboration of the various sectors, the different ministries, especially energy, which is one of our biggest emitters, and transport, which is the next biggest emitter, we have to see how we can do the work for mitigation on that side, but also we have to look at also the adaptation side, which is very important for us. Through the NDC also, we also are developing our loss and damage framework. And our loss and damage framework is important because if we are able to claim any type of compensation because of loss and damage, then we have to be able to prove that that damage has occurred, and we can try to see if we can get some funding. So what we are doing now is to look at it from the standpoint of the cost of inaction. What happens if you didn't do anything, right? It's like a hurricane. If you didn't do the work before, if you didn't do the immediate post-disaster cleanup and everything else, what would it cost if you just leave it there for the next 2 or 3 years? So we are taking the leadership role in the Caribbean, in the region for loss and damage at that level. And so I think it is very important for us to recognize that the NDC, while it is our commitment, I think we all have to work together to try to see how we can get the climate financing for the implementation, so it doesn't only become a piece of paper that's a beautiful piece of paper that's lying there.
A man with a long history of burglary and theft will spend more than 7 years behind bars after being convicted of breaking into the home of a general manager back in 2024. 47-year-old Denfi Lemot was sentenced last week Wednesday to 8 years in prison for burglarizing the residence of Colonel Brown and his wife on March 17, 2024. The crime was caught in the couple's home surveillance system, which showed Lemot entering the house, rifling through their bedroom dresser and stealing jewelry and cash, totaling $2,520. The court deducted 9 months and 23 days from Lemot's sentence for a time already served on remand, meaning he will spend 7 years, 2 months, and 8 days in prison. Lemot, who has a long criminal history dating back to 1996, including 4 prior burglaries, a robbery, 8 thefts, and handling stolen goods, initially retained an attorney but later chose to defend himself. He claimed innocence and said he did not know how one of the stolen items, a Brazilian gold chain, ended up in his home. However, the court found his explanation unconvincing. Despite Lemot attempting to conceal his face during the burglary, the magistrate noted that his height, build, and gait clearly matched the man on the footage, describing his actions as calculated and cunning. The magistrate also noted that although Lemot had no convictions between 2014 to 2024, the emotional toll on the victims was severe. Colonel Brown testified that he had to increase home security, and his wife no longer felt safe staying home alone. In determining the sentence, the court applied the general sentencing guidelines of January 2025, finding no reason to go below the mandatory minimum of 7 years due to the seriousness of the crime, Lemot's prior convictions, and the overwhelming evidence against him. We'll go for a break, and when we come back, we look at logging licenses being approved for Belize Woodmark Design Limited. That's right after this break.
Looking to build or renovate? Find the inspiration you need in our showroom. First stop, the kitchen. Explore big name appliances, all built to make life easier. From there, let the lights guide you. But what about the finer details? We've got you covered. And to bring it all together, we've got tiles for every surface.
All available online.
Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Let's all be safe during the rainy season. Belize Electricity Limited reminds you that heavy rains can cause flooding in your neighborhood and on roads. Avoid driving or walking in flooded areas, which can have hidden dangers such as debris and fallen power lines. Belize Electricity Limited cares about your safety. Please stay safe.
Cuando yo era estudiante, ICB estaba ahí para protegerme, asegurando mi educación y futuro. Cuando obtuve mi primer auto, ICB estaba ahí para protegerme, brindándome una excelente cobertura y tranquilidad en el camino. Cuando nos mudamos a nuestro primer apartamento, ICB estaba ahí para protegernos, asegurando nuestras pertenencias y brindándonos una sensación de seguridad. Y cuando obtuvimos nuestra primer casa, ICB estuvo ahí para nosotros, protegiendo nuestro hogar y todo por lo que hemos trabajado tan duro.
En cada paso del viaje de tu vida, ICB está para ti. Para más información, llámenos al 224-5328 o visite nuestra oficina más cercana.
For the opportunity. Thank you so much to you all. Thank you for the patience. I learned a lot. I feel like above all, I saw women learning something so new, something that can give us consistency, a place where we can work from home, provide, keep learning something that, in my personal opinion, I feel like the more we know, the more we are valued.
Some of us were able to change screens, to change the charging port, to clean it up. And I can attest that there is nothing more exciting than being able to make a phone work. You could hear ladies screaming and out of excitement and dancing, right? Because they're happy that they fixed up a phone.
Men are not the only ones to fix phones. I mean, us women can. And I can say we all proved that this week.
Thanks to you ladies for having us with you. You guys are a great group, and I hope you find this inspirational, and I look forward to see all of you out in the business field.
I have a quote here that says, knowing is not enough. We must apply. And it also says, willing is not enough. We must do.
Our banknotes are changing, but why did we update them? The central bank continuously assesses the integrity of our banknotes to maintain quality and security. The old series of banknotes has been in circulation for more than the recommended lifespan, which is 7 to 10 years. The new banknotes integrate enhanced security measures to combat counterfeiting, making transactions safer for everyone, giving you the confidence that your money is safe and authentic. Our money should be as strong and secure as our economy, and the new banknotes reflect that commitment. New look, same value, more secure. Learn more at www.centralbank.org.bz. A message from the Central Bank of Belize.
When the power goes out, life is disrupted. Be prepared and keep your home powered up with a generator from Benquip. We carry brands such as Honda, Kohler, and JCB. Schedule your installation, maintenance, and assessment to keep your generator ready and waiting to protect your family and home the next time the power fails. Stay in control of your power with a generator from Benquip. Equipment, parts, service.
The logging license for Belize Woodmark Designs Limited has been approved. The license approval was confirmed today by the Minister of Sustainable Development, Honorable Orlando Habet. A few weeks ago, Woodmark Design issued a press release stating that their application to log in the Mountain Pine Ridge area was not being taken seriously despite following all the required protocols. In their press release, Belize Woodmark Designs accused the Chief Forest Officer and Conservation Co-Managers in the Mountain Pine Ridge Reserve of being biased and selective. While their application has since been approved, Minister Habet stated that the company only got permission to log in about 40% of the area that they initially applied for.
That has been approved. I think only about 40% of the area that was requested was approved. The studies show that one, it is in an area which is designated for forest, for logging as concessions, but not for yearly logging concessions. It has to be for sustainable logging. Also, one thing that we really have to look at was that we were losing a lot of that area by granting small licenses for 2-3 trees, and sometimes those don't become only 2-3 trees. Those become a stump, and then it goes for many small concessions, and so it almost becomes like a yearly logging license. I think that the area that is in that has been granted also has potential for tourism. Niche from the Ministry of Archaeology also has looked at the area. They have designated areas that are not to be touched. The Forest Department has looked at all those hilly areas that are beyond 25 degrees that cannot be touched. Also, waterways have at least about 1 kilometer away from where the logging concession will be able to. This is also important because when the applicant applied, they had to understand that when the concession is given, if it is given for 25 or 30 years, from my understanding of the study that was done, that only about 5 or 6 years of logging can occur, but he will have to manage it for the next 15 or 20 years.
A closing ceremony for the Enhancing Jaguar Corridors and Strongholds Through Improved Management and Threat Reduction project was held today in the city of Belmopan. The project, which started back in 2021, sought to ensure the protection of jaguars through the improved management of conservation units. The scope of the project covered 3 main areas throughout the country where jaguars and wildlife typically roam: the Siboon River Watershed Landscape, the Northeast Forest Landscape, and the Maya Golden Landscape. According to the Minister of Sustainable Development, Honorable Orlando Habet, the project was a success as they managed to enhance monitoring throughout the 3 corridors and strengthen the protection of the jaguar habitats.
We were looking at how we can see what interactions there are with the jaguar and wildlife, the interactions between jaguars and humans, and looking at how we could track the jaguar from one corridor to the next. And we already know we have the northern, the northeastern, the central, the southern corridors, and see how these animals move within those corridors. Also looking at the equipment that would have to be used to be able to do the actual tracking. In the end, what the report showed us was that yes, when we have conservation, when we establish these corridors, we can have some protection of the wildlife, but also we can track their movement, where they go. The dynamics are so that I think that we have learned a lot. The report was very comprehensive in all the objectives, the deliverables. And I think that now what we have to do is, as I mentioned earlier, is to see the gaps that still remain and how we can now get funding for a second phase, which is going to be very important.
Numerous stakeholders played a role in the 4-year-long project. Yaashe Conservation Trust led the development of farm plans for smallholders in Toledo, conducting hunting surveys in 4 communities and expanded camera traps across 4 communities to monitor wildlife activity. Despite the project coming to an end, the Ministry of Sustainable Development signed a co-management agreement with the participants to keep up the work in their areas.
It is very important that we continue the management. With CSFI, we have been working these last 4 years with them with the Jaguar project, but we also have different projects which we work with them also. They are one of the private conservation groups that seek funding elsewhere, and we also assist through small funding through PACT, not nearly enough for the type of work that they do, and so it isn't something that we want to see stop right here. They still have some of the equipment, they still have some of the cameras, they still have some of the collars, so it isn't prudent for the project to really step to that end, and if they can continue doing some work on their own meanwhile, and then so that we sign that co-management agreement so that we can continue monitoring what is happening, at least in their area.
The total cost of the project was $11 million. The Belize Tourism Board has announced that a new flight route from Fort Lauderdale will be making its way to Belize starting on the 21st of November 2025. The flight will be chartered through Spirit Airlines, an airline that offers budget-friendly options for frequent flyers. The flights will operate 3 times a week, and one-way tickets will start for as low as $85. According to Lorenzo Gonzalez, the founder of Belize Tourism Futures, Spirit Airlines making its way to Belize is great for the country's economy.
It's really great news that we were into that market again, because I think it's about like almost 24 million people live in Florida, and within the Miami Fort Lauderdale area, it's about like 6 million people. So if the more options that people have to travel to Belize, the better. From the perspective of the Belize tourism industry, I'd see it as a major win. And it says, like I mentioned earlier, it says a lot about the policy payoff that the BTB is working along with these individuals, these airline executives, to make sure that this happens. It doesn't happen in a vacuum. So overall, I'd say kudos to them for making sure that this happens and that they keep pressing on this issue.
The Corozal Community Hospital is celebrating Breastfeeding Week by choosing to educate the public on the positive effects of breastfeeding for the entirety of August. This year's theme is Prioritize Breastfeeding, Creating Sustainable Support Systems. According to Emery Castaneda from the Corozal Community Hospital, they are campaigning for all mothers to breastfeed exclusively during the first 6 months of their newborn's life, as breast is best.
This has been a significant concern for the country because the study that was done, some studies that was done in around 2018, it showed that we had a prevalence of 13.7 among the population, and the age group was 20 to 55 years. And that called for the country to build capacity and to do a lot of interventions in regards to chronic diseases, diabetes, high blood pressure, which has been the risk factors leading to chronic kidney disease. recently we started creating awareness on chronic kidney disease, non-traditional. And this is a new emerging disease in the Central American region, I must say. And this is the risk factors is not diabetes and hypertension anymore, but it has to do with the hard workers, the construction workers, the cane farmers who are under the heat for prolonged time and working hard, and maybe that they are dehydrated because they want to earn their living, so they're working long hours and sometimes they don't rest. So these are the factors that if they continue to work like this, it will lead to chronic kidney disease of non-traditional origin. This heat, as you mentioned, we're asking these workers, construction workers out there. I know we have a lot of them in the Keys, working farmers, or fishermen, all these people who are working under heat, to please take time to take breaks under the shade, drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, avoid drinking sugary products.
The Art Shack hosts second annual fashion illustration workshop. We'll have more on that when Plus News returns.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
Nuestros billetes están cambiando, pero ¿por qué los actualizamos? El Banco Central evalúa continuamente la integridad de nuestros billetes para mantener la calidad y la seguridad. La serie anterior de billetes han estado en circulación por más del tiempo de vida recomendado, que es de 7 a 10 años. Los nuevos billetes integran medidas de seguridad mejoradas para combatir la falsificación, haciendo las transacciones más seguras para todos, dándoles la confianza de que su dinero es seguro y auténtico. Nuestro dinero debe ser tan fuerte como nuestra economía, y los nuevos billetes reflejan ese compromiso. Nueva imagen, mismo valor, más seguros. Para obtener más información, visite www.centralbank.org.bz. Un comunicado del Banco Central de Belice.
Oh man, one more scroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data, so you can scroll till your fingers cramp. Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
Give me the real milk, the number one milk, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. You can whip it cream for Dano milk, it is real, yes, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. Dano milk in the morning, Dano milk in the evening, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all. Dano milk, then of Dano milk. all over this land. And in Belmopan, yes, Dano milk, give me Dano milk. Say in Dangriga, down south in Fiji, Dano milk, they love Dano milk. You can hear this stuff, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, Dano milk. I love Dano milk. Dano milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world. Dano.
The hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? Get the essentials you need to stay safe this hurricane season, such as plywood, tarp and rope, first aid kit, rubber boots, raincoats and rain ponchos, generator, portable radio and batteries, flashlight and kerosene lanterns. Weather the storm with these products and more from Benny's. Quality and savings.
An immersive fashion illustration workshop is currently underway at the Art Shack in Belmopan. That workshop kicked off on the 28th of July as an initiative aimed at expressing fashion as an art form. The workshop caters towards future and current fashion designers to enhance and develop their skills. The organizer of the workshop, Sadie Godet, shared the importance of these initiatives in this capacity.
It's a workshop that's catered for future designers or designers that are already in the field to develop their skills, to enhance what they already have been doing. It's something that we wanted to partner with Niche for because Belmopan sometimes, in terms of the fashion and the creative arts industry, workshops can be a little few and far between, so we wanted to do that, something unique for the area.
This year's activities are an advanced continuation of the skills the participants learned the previous summer, such as representing ideas on paper, which was illustrated by the instructor of the workshop, Damian Moore, a trained artist in fashion. He told us more.
So we're doing a follow-up program from what we did last year. So it's a little bit more advanced. It's based on fashion, illustration, and design, and some aspects of business of fashion. We're diving in more to the fashion market. We're looking at how the participants could develop their clients and their target markets. One of the aspects of fashion illustration is that you have to, like fine art, you have to sketch from live models so you understand how the body works, how it moves, and how it could be posed. It's both educational for the model and the participants. And that way they can see how things work and not just look at a screen and try to replicate what they see. So, yeah.
Do you think that this field could be successful in Belize? I don't think it's as known as other parts of the world.
I think it's on the way to being something in Belize. Just like the wider Caribbean, Belize has a fashion sector and not industry as yet. And these are like the first steps to get there. There are other designers that are doing things that contribute to the sector. And this is one of the ways that we could actually start to educate young designers or aspiring designers about the insights and operations of fashion and design.
Last year, the workshop centered on many fashion enhancement skills, one being interacting with different fabric types. Returning student Zaira Rodriguez shared her experience with this iteration of the class.
Well, last year I learned a lot of things, like how to show different fabric types, and I decided to come back because I wanted to be better at it and learn new things as well. So far we're learning how to draw a real model, and it's kind of hard because you have to do it in a really quick time, but when you get the hang of it, it starts to get easier.
So why did you take the class? I mean, is there something that you're working towards?
Well, I like to design things. I like fashion, even though I'm not that fashionable. I like it. So I wanted to join this year again so I could design clothes for my mom or for me.
And that brings us to the end of our newscast for tonight. We want to say thank you so much for tuning into Plus News, and be sure to join us right back here again tomorrow evening when we bring you all the latest happenings from around the country. Until then, do have a lovely night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. God bless you. Safe evening.